Hey guys, Keenan here, your number one Spider-Man PS5 fan. You guys asked for it, and I'm here to deliver part 3 of our Spider-Man 2 Leaks and Rumors series. If you haven't checked out my first 2 videos of the series, I highly recommend doing so after this video. They're in no particular order, so you can watch them in any order that you want to, but essentially I've been gathering up all the leaks and rumors I can find regarding Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and I'm telling you my thoughts on them. But while you're here, you should totally subscribe. I'm going to be your number one source for Spider-Man PS5 related content. It's literally all I do. It's my obsession, and it's what this channel is all about. With that being said, let's swing on into our first rumor. So our first leak is a very positive one. Apparently the sequel game will allow you to transfer all of your save data from the first Marvel Spider-Man game and Miles Morales, meaning this will allow you to maintain all of your suits, gadgets, and upgrades from the first game. This also applies for players who have only played the first 2 games on PlayStation 4. So if Marvel Spider-Man 2 is your first experience on the PS5, you will still be able to transfer all of your data from the PlayStation 4. I mean, this is great news. I was worried that you wouldn't be able to keep all of your suits that you unlocked in the first game, but it looks like we'll be able to continue to build upon our collection. I've personally been obsessed with the idea of making Peter's apartment playable in an actual location you can go in and out of, pretty much the same way they handled it in Miles Morales. And then maybe we can go back and look at our entire suit collection in Peter's closet. I'm pretty sure this was a feature in one of the Amazing Spider-Man games, correct me if I'm wrong. Those games aren't very fresh in my memory, but overall, I just want to say that I hope that this leak is true. Alright, moving on to our next rumor, including the character of Jessica Drew. If you aren't familiar with Jessica Drew, she ends up being Spider-Woman in the comics. The current rumor circulating is that Jessica Drew will have an introduction into the campaign of Marvel's Spider-Man 2. The source says that the plan is to introduce her with the idea of her having her own game down the line. So I just want to say that I don't hate the idea of this, but I also don't love it. I like the idea of expanding the list of Spider-Man and women. However, if I had my choice, I'd personally choose Gwen Stacy to be Spider-Woman. I want to see Spider-Gwen. Personally, I find her character far more interesting. It's already been confirmed that Insomniac is developing another mystery Marvel game along with Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, so maybe it could be a Spider-Woman game, but I'm holding out hopes that it's going to be Gwen Stacy. Okay, so our next rumor has us revisiting the main villain of the first Spider-Man game. It's said that Peter will make a visit to Doc Ock where they have a conversation about Spider-Man's secret identity. Obviously, Octavius knows that Spider-Man is Peter, and in this conversation, Octavius makes it unclear as to whether he has revealed Peter's secret to the other villains. This is something that I kind of forget about. Doc Ock does know the identity of Spider-Man. It's Peter Parker. So I wonder how that could potentially factor into the story after all. But if this leak is true, I feel it could make for a pretty tense scene between Peter and Dr. Octavius. That's always going to be something in the back of Peter's mind. What if Doc Ock does want to tell his identity to the world, or maybe some of his villains? It could be very dangerous for Peter, so I wonder if that's something that they'll bring up in this story. Okay, so our next rumor is a bit of a wild one. A source says that Spider-Man 2 will set up a solo Venom game, said to come out after Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I'm not really sure I buy this one, nor is it something that I really care to see. I don't know how a Venom game would play out in this universe, especially if it's set in the same universe as all of the other Spider-Men and potentially Spider-Women. I'd personally like to see Insomniac spend their time on a Spider-Gwen game, or please, for the love of God, a Daredevil game. Please, Insomniac, make it happen. I'll do anything, please and thank you. But yeah, I'm not sure if Venom is a character that I care to see explored in a solo game. I think that Venom in the sequel to Spider-Man is just enough Venom. Like, I think that we don't need to expand upon that anymore. Okay guys, so that concludes my leaks and rumors series. That is, of course, unless something major comes out. You know I'm going to be the one to cover it on the channel if something else does come out. But I have plenty of other Spider-Man 2 videos scripted, so there's more to come, don't worry. You definitely want to subscribe so you don't miss out on those. Also go back and check out the second part to this series. I actually have a little giveaway in that for you. But that's it for this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.